Hello everybody, I'm SJM. This is my SevTech Ages of the Sky Let's Play. This is episode 29. Today we're going to be looking at the modular machinery items that we need to finish off Act 3. Now I haven't gotten to the arc furnace and the crusher yet because I'm not confident I've got enough iron. I might actually have to go out and find some more iron to be able to finish off those machines, but I did get a head start on all of my moldarium that I needed. And I did some simple maths, and it turned out that you need about 292 moldarium plates to do these 3 machines. So that's quite a lot of plates, and yeah, just to go over it quickly here, this is all of the items here that we'll need to make the 3 machines that we're going to be putting together today, and that's aside from the 3 blueprints that you need. So to be able to figure out what you need to make these, you do have to make these blueprints first, because it's obviously not in JEI for a multi-block structure, and it does comprise of all of these items here. So to make up the chemical mixer, which is the first one, you need the hemp rope, blue dye powder, a piece of coal coke, and the stick, and you'll get the machine blueprint for that guy, the liquid processor, bucket of water, paper, and then the plastic molder, 2 pieces of paper, and some blue dye powder. Then when you hold one of these guys in your hand and you right click on it, you'll get the layout of the machine, so it'll give you the 3D way that we have to put it together. And as well, if you hover over this item, it shows you everything that you need in the item area there. So let's get started on this crafting. So machine controllers, we're going to need 3 of these guys, 1 for each of the machines. The machine casings, I already put all of them together, so I've got them there, and then the extra moldarium plates that I needed to put together some of these things. Small item outputs, we just need 1 of these guys. That's for the plastic molder. Tiny fluid input hatches, we need 4 of these guys. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And the output hatches, we only need 2. And then the input hatches, we need 1 for each of the machines. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 of those guys. And then we'll need, I think I overestimated my amount of moldarium plates, but that's fine. No need to worry about that there. So let's go with, wrong order. Chemical mixer here first. So we can set these up like all in a row and kind of daisy chain them together with their outputs, although not until we get into age 4 we get a decent economical way of doing the piping for them. You could use liquid hoppers to go between each of the machines, but just for the process of getting into age 4, it's real simple just to use buckets to get in and out. So we can see here the layout of the machine. We need the controller in the front. Then the green one is the energy, or the fluid input hatch. So there'll be an input hatch there, and then the output hatch goes beside it. In the back we have the energy, and then we have another fluid input on the front there as well. And then the bottom is just 8 machine casings. So we'll get all this set up and ready to go. We'll need 1 of these guys. We'll need 1 of these guys. We'll need 2 of these guys. And then we'll need 1 of these guys. So if you start off with your energy input hatch, and we'll put this back this way. And I'll just move it over a bit so that we can make sure that we get everything hooked up right. And then in the middle, we'll need an output hatch over here. An input hatch, one goes here. The machine controller goes there. Oh, and then there's another input hatch. Is it in the front? Oh, see, I mixed it up. And that's bound to happen for sure. Oh, I've got my machine controller facing the wrong way as well. Machine controller there. Fluid input here, fluid input here. And then all the rest are just... Oh, I don't need one in the middle. And one on the top, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And that will make us the chemical mixer. And then we can just throw this blueprint in there for now. It's not actually needed, but it's a good placeholder for just holding your items for now. So we'll leave one space in between, and then we'll get started on the liquid processor. Liquid processor is a little bit more simple, just the energy input on one side, output on the other, and then if we just line them up, it lines up pretty nicely where we just put the energy there. Then the fluid input goes here, and then the fluid output goes there. Machine controller in front, and then just make sure, yeah, this one is hollow all the way down the middle, so I don't actually even need the one in the middle down there. And there we go, we've got a liquid processor. Now for the plastic mixer, and I didn't bring myself any placement blocks, so I'm gonna have to kind of do this creatively. You don't necessarily want one in between because we're going to need the liquid plastic. So I'd have the piping coming out for one block, then one block I would put in one of those, a storage vessel of some kind. We can use the Buildcraft tank, seems to work pretty good because obviously you can daisy chain them together to hold more at a time. Then one more for input, so bang like that. Then we want my input, fluid input hatch here. And we'll just take a look again. So for this guy, he's only too high. So the fluid input goes on the top level, and then the item output goes opposite there. So that means we're doing this, and then the energy input hatch would be this one. And which one did I miss? Oh, I need one on the top and one on... Ah, I see what I missed. I did not overestimate it because I needed... those two? there. Oh, I know what I did. I was completely wrong. This guy needs to be the item output. There we go. So that's the 3 machines, and that's the way I set them up. There is another way you can set these up, and you can stack them on top of each other. So you can put your, if you want to have your plastic molder on the bottom, and then you can put your chemical mixer up on the top, and then your liquid processor in the middle. It's just you're going to have a little bit weird energy inputs, because obviously if you want to keep energy, you can have your energy inputs all on one side, or you can have your piping go a little bit wonky. So it'd be probably easier just to face this one instead of facing this way, face it this way, and then that way your output from here would go into your input there, and then likewise you'd flip this one would face this way again, and it would be on top. And then you just have to find a way to get the power around to the front for this machine here. So that's the way I set up these machines, and you will need a real good amount of the liquid plastic and some of the solid plastic, but not quite nearly as much as the liquid plastic as you need in age 4. So it's best to have this buffer in between your liquid processor and your plastic molder, so that you can have a buffer of liquid plastic in there, which you can then draw out of in 2 different ways, one into your plastic molder and then one into the next machine that we'll get to in age 4. That's everything I'm going to touch on in this episode. Like if you enjoyed, comment if you're confused. Otherwise, we will see you in the next one.